Hello, good morning. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome back. If you are not new, my name is Amy. I'm on a 120-pound weight loss journey. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Okay, so today I'm filming a Q&A. I asked on Instagram for some questions. You guys have some really good ones, so I've got them saved on my phone here. So we're just going to get into that, and I may also include a few of like most frequently asked questions. So my friend Justin asked what episode of Shameless season 11 I'm on. Girl, I finished that within the first 2 days of it coming out. I've been Shameless, Legacies, and some other season of something else came out the same week. So there was a lot of good stuff happening. This mom runs on plants asked me what my favorite color is, and I don't think I'm going to say the names for everybody, but just some of these general questions. I don't really have a favorite color. I'm not going to lie to you. I really don't. I couldn't even begin to come up with one because, yeah. I know that's crazy. I feel like everybody has a favorite color, but I really don't. Yeah. I guess I like blue. Not like blue, but like a light blue. I don't know. I don't have a favorite color. How to get back on track when you've had a bad day, week, month, and eaten junk. Okay, so my first tip for that is to maybe have a little talk with yourself. And this is not a beat yourself down talk. This is a, you know what? It's been not the best. I've not done my greatest. But that doesn't undo all of the progress. So in that case, what I'll do is I'll make sure that I've got good food in my house, and if I don't, I'll go grocery shopping, and then I'll meal prep. I'll make sure that I have good food for the next several days so I don't have to think about it, and it's easy. Do not beat yourself up. That is the number one thing. Say, you know what? I didn't make the best choices, but my next food choice could be the best that I can make. So do your best the next meal. Do not beat yourself up. Do not dwell on it. Do not over exercise. Just go, I'm going to learn from this and move on. Are you still selling your house? No, we're not selling our house right now. And that goes into another question of, are we still going to buy and live in an RV? So even when we do live in an RV, which yes, we are doing, that will be next year. Now, we were going to do it this year, but things just didn't line up, and that is what it is. We were trying to force it, I feel like. And when you force things, it never goes as well as it could if you hadn't forced it, in my opinion. Sorry, I was making sure I was recording. So, we plan to do that next year. Airplane. And that'll probably be, I don't know, maybe summerish. But even then, we don't plan on selling our house. We plan on renting it because we can get a lot more money in rent than what we pay. So might as well do it as an investment property. Yeah, and that's our plan too, is eventually have some more real estate and to have that kind of passive income. So Danielle asked, and I love Danielle, what's your favorite thing about being plant-based? That is that I can literally eat pretty much anything and just feel good about the environment and the animals. Yes, it's good for my health too, but I feel like everything that I eat is really just doing the best it can for the environment. Now, I try not to eat things like a lot of snacks wrapped in plastic. I do my best with the environmental side of that, but you can't be perfect. But I know that a plant-based diet is the best thing for the environment, obviously for the animals and for our health. So it's hard to pick one thing, but I'd have to say I feel pretty good about my environmental choices on that. Do you think it's solely from being vegan, high carb, low fat that you've lost the weight? So in case you're new, I've lost 60 pounds so far this year. And weight loss in general, you have to be in a calorie deficit. So no matter how you choose to do that, you have to be in a calorie deficit. Being high carb, low fat vegan is the way that I have most easily lost the weight. I think it would have been much, much harder if I wasn't, and I wouldn't feel nearly as good. So I can't say that it's the only reason I lost the weight because I'm in a calorie deficit, but it is the easiest way that I can think because it's literally really hard to overeat potatoes, to eat just when I mean like regular potatoes or, vegetables, it's really hard to eat more than your daily caloric needs in that. Now, it's really easy if you are higher fat, and you're eating like fried stuff and pasta and bread all the time. That's easy, but yeah. It's you just have to be in a calorie deficit. This is the easiest way, in my opinion. Excuse me. I have cats fighting behind me, and I don't know how to handle that, so we're just gonna let them be. Have you eaten meat at all since going vegan in January? Nope. Have not had anything. There was only one time that I accidentally had something that wasn't vegan, and it's not because I ordered it or anything. I was in the car with my mom. We had just got coffee, and my coffee, of course, had soy or oat milk, whatever it was, and hers had regular cream, and I picked up the wrong cup from the cup holder. And I took one sip and went, that's not mine. So that's the only thing that I've even like come close to having that I know of. Obviously, I try to be as careful as I can. But if you're going out to eat and it's not an all-vegan restaurant, you're doing the best you can. But no meat, no dairy, no nothing since I've been vegan. My friend Kirsten, she said, why are you so amazing? Because I have friends like you. Love you, girl. She's my Canadian bestie. One day I'll get to Canada, one day she'll come to Florida. Go-to lazy meal. My go-to lazy meal is going to be like a sushi bowl with some seaweed. So rice, I put it in the rice cooker, or I'll probably already have some in the fridge, and then I'll put like cucumbers, carrots, and soy sauce, maybe avocado, and seaweed. Either that, or literally I can just eat a plain potato. And I know you just asked for one, but also I really like taking instant ramen and making it fancy. And just adding like some frozen or fresh vegetables and some other like Asian condiments and stuff. So I just bulk it up with veggies. I really like that. The one question that I didn't think I really wanted to answer, but I definitely will, because I said you could ask me anything. Has your libido gone up since transitioning to plant-based eating? So I wouldn't say no because of plant-based, but yes, since getting off birth control. Any tips for the weekends? That's where I struggle. Honestly, the weekends are the hardest for me too. So here's what I typically do on the weekends. I do my next best thing. So I really like to go out to eat on the weekends. My husband and I, that's just something we like to do. We like to go to the market, maybe get some lunch, that kind of thing. So on the weekends, the best thing you can do is just the next best thing. So for example, I really like this vegan bowl from a local restaurant, but I figured I could recreate it at home myself. And when I do, I use a little bit of cooking spray on the potatoes. And I don't do that during the week. I don't do that normally, but it gets it really close to that more oily bowl that I love from the restaurant. So I do that, and it's better than going to the restaurant, but I still feel like I'm getting that experience. So that's one of my tips. And then always have food that and this is not just on the weekends, but in general. And weekends, I feel like we like to snack. We like to just hang out. So I always have food that I love and enjoy in my house. So like, if you have chips in there, you're going to want to eat the chips. So have something healthier, or I don't know, healthier than chips in your house that you'll want to eat. So like for me, I hate celery, so why would I have celery sticks in my house as a snack? That doesn't make any sense. So have things on hand that if you're watching football together or whatever it is, you can be snacking on. You're going to love it, and you're not going to be as tempted by the other stuff. And also, here's my thing. Especially, even on the weekends, I never tell myself that I can't have something. If I want it, I can have it. I just eat a small serving. And I just kind of tell myself that. But I also, another great tip is to fill up, and this is called preloading. It's like pre-gaming, but for food. Preloading is where you eat like a soup or salad or some vegetables before you go out. And that's really helpful for me on the weekends. So I don't just sit there and eat like all the snacks and appetizers or whatever. So I do the best I can. And I know that sounds really simple, but honestly, that's the best advice I can give you, is do the next best thing. So like if I go to Chipotle on the weekends, I love Chipotle, I will not get chips. So I'm still getting Chipotle, but I'm just not getting the chips there, which I would have normally done in the past. So you can still treat yourself. You can still, but just make a better choice than you would have previously. And I think that'll work for you. So yeah, so those are some of the questions that I got. And then I also get some questions on a regular basis that I did just want to go ahead and like go over, I guess. Another question I get a lot is my husband, and I get this all the time, is my husband vegan as well? Yes, he is. He went vegan with me. He went vegan, like full vegan, in like March. So January, February, part of March, he was eating like cheese and just dairy and stuff. And then he watched Earthlings at my recommendation and Cowspiracy and Seaspiracy and all that. And he is 100% vegan now. And he eats what I cook. My husband is not like low fat though, so he still loves like processed snacks and stuff like that, and he'll eat a lot of bread and stuff where I don't. So yeah, we have some of that in the house, and that's for him to eat, you know, whatever he wants. But yeah, he's vegan. He's lost around 20 pounds, and the thing is, he doesn't even try. Doesn't that make you mad whenever somebody's like not trying to lose weight, but like they're doing it in a healthy way anyway, and I'm like, oh, it's not fair. But yeah, my husband's already a relatively thin person, so he's lost 20 pounds, and he's stayed around that since March. But yeah, also I get asked a lot where I live. I do live in Florida. I've been pretty open about that. I live in Northwest Florida. I don't really say the city very often. I mean, if people ask directly, I'll probably answer them. But yeah, I live on the Gulf Coast. I live like 20 minutes from the beach. We do plan to move after we live in the RV for a while. We do plan to move to the mountains. I would like to move to Colorado. We're going to travel though and see where we feel, you know, fits us long term. I also get asked when we're having kids. I really wish this question would go away, but I'm 25 and I've been married for 3 years, so I don't think it's going to go away. We may or may not have kids. Like, we don't know. I have PCOS, which is getting better thanks to my vegan lifestyle. And I'll do a separate video about that. But we don't know if we even want kids. Like, right now, we're really just happy with the two of us. I think later down the line, we may want a kid or two. But right now, we're just happy living our lives. We have 2 dogs and 2 cats. So our family feels pretty full right now. And yeah, we just don't feel the desire to have our own children at this point. We have friends and family that have kids. And we're actually about to have a little niece. She's going to be born next month. So we have plenty of babies to love on around us, and we're just happy being married and living our lives together. So that is going to do it for today. Also, if you've been wondering what I'm drinking kombucha. Guava Goddess by Synergy is the best kombucha. So good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. As always, if you have any questions, you can feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram, or you can comment down below. I do plan on doing another Q&A probably several months from now. So anyway, that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, speaking of, @GishGetsFit. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.